Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith. This is Smith of the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker, and we've got a whole bunch going on here today. So, if you go to the SPY, first of all, we always want to be aware of some news coming out. You got the president that's going to come out and make some comments as a lot of states are certifying their election results. So that could make it interesting here. So, but if we go to SPY, what you're going to see here, the inside week here, and now trying to take that to the upside. The SPX goes into the highs, and what that does here so far is reconfirm the inside month to the upside here, right? Now you're just going to exhaustion risk by going into some highs, right? And if you go here to the 30, now you're going to see an inside 30. So either side of this now gets my attention, right? Because we've gone into the recent highs. Now we want to see if this is a rest before going into the highs, or if we get some pullback, because there are some things going down in here. If you go to a 60-minute, I'm going to show you this. 60-minute SPY do this. So you can see it goes into the highs off of here, so we can clean all this up. Now you're going to see this. The lower low and the higher high. Here's your new 60-minute broadening formation for your SPY. Now, do you get out of that and keep going using that inside month and inside week to the upside, or do you take that 30 back down and potential take out last 60 lows? So another thing that we would always talk about here is watching the broader averages versus each other, because then you're going to see the absentee to a certain extent. QQQ here, right? And potential outside weaker, and it is green on the day. You can just see this tight range it's been in, and this has been the small cappers we've known has been your winner. And this is what you look for. It's been a big, bright green, and we know that because there's been a lot of stuff, the pandemics and the energy XLE. Boom. Now it gaps and sits a little bit, but we knew about this because of those monthers here, down there, the OIH here. So you got rewarded if you held this stuff during the month, and especially this week, and you have your EOGs here still going into the highs. Once again, the simultaneous break. Almost every energy is turn around here, right? 2-2 reversal on the month. PXD, Chevron, all these Axons, all of them doing it. So those still good as far as we know. If we go to, let's see, Tesla, and Tesla crosses the 500 billion market cap, and Elon Musk now the second richest man in the world, and as well he should. All you had to do was watch this. The inside month down in here to the upside, and then another inside month to the upside. That's all you needed if you just watch the monthly. Now you can see it going inside on the 60 into new highs, and we'll see what comes of that. Let's see. Like I said, it's a lot of sectors jumping out right out the chute. You had KRE regional banks coming up with XLF here, and so that's going to show you see your Goldman Sachs here having a nice one. You can see taking out last month's highs all through there. Finally, JP Morgan, how you doing? Northern Trust here, so you can see that. And then if you go to KIE, you're going to see also a nice rally here for the insurers, inside month to the upside, and now green and taking out last week's highs. So the financials liking the idea of what's going on here in the election, as well as steel coming out of the ashes. If you go to U.S. Steel, you're going to see this inside on the 60 now, but nice and green, taking out last month's highs and stretching out, finally waking up. And so that tells us to look at a few other things like STLD. Q's going to the highs right now. STLD inside in the 60. We'll see Nucor. Let's see. Nucor, see inside in the 60. So we'll see what's going on. What's going on with the Q's? I want to take a look here. Q's inside and up on the 30. You see this right here, right? That's up, inside, off she goes on a new hour, right? Do we always want to watch the bottom of the hour? We do. We call it the flip, because if you were doing this earlier, you would have seen this one here. Outside, inside, Q's right here, boom, off she goes. So Q's waking up here, and that's why we call it the flip. Right at the bottom of the hour, I want to know exactly what they want to do, and they come in and said, bam, bam. So if you look at something like CTXS, because for the most part, this like SMH is pretty sleepy here. And some of the big cap or tax, but you've got this is what we look for in the daily. This is what you look for a continuation pattern. You see the taking out yesterday's previous high, then the low, boom, then these guys become an outside bar of that, you see? And you're also taking out last week's highs, and you are green on the month and coming back through, stalling out just a tad right here. If we go to some of the trannies, you got FedEx here trying to come up, having a nice day there. So you can see that there's some discernible places to be: the transports, the energies, the financials, and certainly some of the pandemic names coming up here. Wynn Resorts, and here's what we look for: right, the 2 down, boom, right back up through the previous range. These become an outside bar of all that. It's also taking an inside week to the upside. It also has that 2 reversal on the month down in here. Takes out these guys' lows, and then boom, right back up. Vaccine. Marriott coming up here a little bit. You can see this right now taking the inside week to the upside. If we go to even the airlines trying to come up here, United Airlines, inside week to the upside, right? Is that what we look for? Because it reconfirms the inside month to the upside, right? And so if you just had to wait for these combinations, otherwise you get chopped up in all this stuff here. See that? That's no good. You need that to resolve by going inside and then going inside and then going up. If we go to AYI. AYI coming up here, taking out last month's highs. That's an outside bar expansion here, reversing it back up. And so having a nice day here. We'll see if that sets up again. A lot of this stuff came out to shoot pretty quick. We'll see if these Qs can stay up, because what we're missing out here in the Qs, if you look at SMH here, look at this. Look at the difference. SMH here opens higher and comes back in. It just kind of stuck in here, and you can see this 30 minute, all these bars are stuck in that 30, so that's not good. If we do go to AMBA, and AMBA coming up here, and AMBA we like because of this, the inside month to the upside. Was this in my weekend video? It was. Here you go, boom, nice jump here for AMBA. We'll see if that sets up again. FSTX, new issue, and she's just having a nice day here. Percentage gainer, new issue, but we'll see how that goes. TAP, and TAP having a nice inside day to the upside. As you can see, this inside day, and then boom, off she goes. And the reason we would be watching that is because it was already inside month to the upside here, coming back to previous range. We also have Goose. Going to need some expensive coats, I guess. We're going to go outside. And Goose, the 2 up, the 2 down slightly weekly, and then come back through this range here. Boom, these become an outside bar of all that. Here's your bright green month. We'll see if that sets up again. You can see on the 30, the 2 up, the 2 down, and right there you're back in, and off she goes. All right, so another good thing that you can do here is when you have, let's see, I want to write this one down. We got it. Is when you have a market up like this, some people are like, I can't chase, and I don't want to be paying up all this kind of stuff with all this kind of stuff going on. And so sometimes it's easier to look for stuff that's going down, right? Because we want to put ourselves in positions where people are losing, right? And so we have some of those EV stocks still jumping around. You got NIO here, and so NIO goes up, and then on the 60. Tries to take this 60 down, but we'll see if we can get out of this thing. Potential outside day here. Plug coming in. See how far we can get that to come in. What else is going on over there? But like I said, sometimes it's easier to go looking at things that are taking out yesterday's lows or last week's lows, if you can, too. So Etsy, here you can see this, the 212 reversal daily. Inside day to the downside, because you always want to put your mind in the branch, the other side of the trade. Let's say you're long Etsy. This market's ripping, right? And this thing's puking. That's something I'd want to know about, right? Because anybody in here is hoping that this plays catch up, if you will. It's not doing that. It's going down, right? And so the longer they wait, the worse it gets, especially if this market starts to back off, right? Because you can hold on if the market keeps rallying, but if it hoping that this will catch up, if you will, that they don't do that, but if the market starts to back off, you're screwed, right? I'm going to put a stop on the low of the day. Bam, nice knowing you. DLR, and Digital Realty here, you can see this on the weekly inside week to the downside. It's also taking out last month's lows. 2 down, 2 up by taking out the highs, and boom, down she goes. Having a rough day here, and we'll see if that sets up again for you. FLGT. FLGT, here you can see this on the daily, 2 down, 2 up, and then boom, and back into the try she goes here. So how do we know that this is a broadening formation without drawing it? Very simple. You go to the weekly and you're going to see this outside bar, right? That's a broadening formation on a shorter time frame. So we want to know about this outside bar, then attempt to expand it and come back through. That thing's got problems, right? So unless we have a reversal against us, we're looking to go all the way down here and take this out, which is a nice move. Now the monthly has something to say about this, but if you don't have a reversal against you, that's what it's going to do. It's going to go ripping down all the way through here. So I'd keep my eye on FLGT. If you go to Wingstop, in Wingstop, here, what do we look for? The inside bar, shooter, boom. This is rough strat to the downside, right? For the rest of the week below 126.41. It's there right now. It's still trying to fall down. If we go to the guns, RGR having some problems here. RGR, once again, inside day to the downside, taking out last week's lows, and then going outside on the month. So we'll see if that sets up again. Let me see if the 30. Nice 30, inside 30 here. There's where you get in. Now we'll see if that sets up again for you. Bio. And Bio trying to come back up a little bit, but you can see this once again inside weak to the downside. Potential here, outside month. So we're looking for this thing to take this out. 507.82. You got some room on that, so we can keep an eye on this going forward. And here's how you get on the daily. Comes up, triangle out, and there's your T2 reversal back down, and take them out. If we go to DY, and DY is another thing you look for. Bright green and then gap. We would prefer it to gap like right here, so you can take out all these stops. So it does takes a lot of its job out in one shot. Once again, here's your inside week. Goes up and then comes ripping back through. So just kind of a grinder down in here. We'll see if that continues. Thermo, TMO. And these guys having some issues here, looking to go outside month here. You can see that, right? It's just been melting off the cliff here and taking out last week's lows. And so we'll see if that sets up. How's the 60? Inside 60 down right here for the continuation. That's how you get in on something like that. If we go to NVCR. And NVCR, beautiful. Here's your reversal on the daily. 2 up. 2 back through the previous range. That's good because here you can see on the weekly, now it's potential an outside week. All right, that's good. All right, still green on the month, but right now this is taking hold, and you can see here the outside, inside, 60 down. That's definitely something we look for, right? Tis. If we go to QDOL, and QDOL here. So taking out last month's lows. Inside week to the downside. Still going. Now we'll see if that sets up again. It was a little quick on the opening. But knowing what to look for and where to be, very important. If we go to Tandem. And Tandem, taking out last month's lows. That's a 2-2 reversal on the month. That's definitely something we want to know about. And you can see once again here on the 60. The inside 60 and down. So we'll see if that sets up again. Let's go in here in IDXX. Getting hit, not too bad. If we go to BGNE, taking out last month's lows. That's a 2-2 reversal on the month. 2-2 continuation down on the week, and then just getting slammed after the inside day 2 days ago. Still going. We'll see if that sets up again too. What's a 30 look like here? There you go. There was your inside 30, right, like so. And here's your inside, then up, and then boom, right back down, Rev Strat style. If we go to gold, gold having a tough one here. So gold gaps down, and so we'll see if they can get any more movement out of other things that aren't gapping so much. How's your AEMs and your J-Nuggers? AEM, we talked about this because of the inside month to the downside. It was in my weekend video, all right? So nice continuation pummeling there. Towers were a little weak. We'll see a S-back. S-back, inside weak to the downside, taking out last month's lows, and that tells us to look at American Tower. Here, still hanging around there, we'll see. If we go to Repligen, RGEN, more having problems right here. So you can see that taking out last week's lows. Yesterday's lows, still green on the month, but having all sorts of problems. And once again, sometimes it's easier excuse me, to look at the things that are going down during an up market because These are people that are in losing positions. They have to do something you don't. Let's see. Anything else? Not sure if I showed it to you, but IBM and the Dow Jones, as the Dow Jones crosses 30,000, IBM helping out. And once again, here's what we look for: the inside week to the upside. All right, I think that's going to do it for today. So buy things that are going up, sell things that are going down, get out when they stop doing so. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith of Smith the Black Channel here at Ticker Tiger with the Strat Time Report.